money. Yeah, you would have currency on you. You'd have probably like 10 coins.
Alrighty, so welcome
Yeah.
to my third vlog. In this
It's gonna
vlog, I want to share the wait time leading up to my
Anniversary of your
surgery
face. He's like,
where I nearly lost my
I'm
life.
going to take a coin
Before I vlog, again, I just
whatever
wanted
I've got,
to
and I'm gonna
say that I
hand it to the
vlog
kid
for
and then say,
myself, for anybody that's not listened to my other vlogs. So I do it for myself, and if I can help somebody else
I'm gonna hold out the coin to
in
give
the
to
process, then
the kid, and I'm gonna
that's a
say,
big hell yes for me. Before I start, I wanted to share something,
not very nice, but
or what has been going on with me the last few
I'm
days.
sure there's a ton of people around here who would
I
love
have
to
been
help
in a
you,
funk,
but
and
in the meantime,
when I
hopefully
say I
this can help
mean
you.
when I say that I mean
and
my
he
depression
showed
has
the
been
gold
playing
coin.
with my mind,
Yeah.
but here I
His
am.
eyes light up. He's like,
The last few days I have been missing my dad, who passed
he
away
just
this
reaches
year
at it,
on February 15th.
kind of grabs it really quickly.
To top it
and just
off,
vaults.
today I visited some friends of mine, an older couple.
Yell after him.
You know, the lady Kathy
Yeah,
was
yeah,
somebody I worked with
blessings.
for about
Just keep
6
running
years.
down the street.
Her husband was diagnosed with lung cancer
That's not true. I trained
and
not
is
to
currently
talk
going undergoing chemotherapy. I have to say that it really makes my heart ache because they are close to retiring and they're a phenomenal couple. You know, when I was going through issues, they were always there for me, and you know, they were always fun and you know, happy people to be around, very positive. And having spent some time with Kathy and her husband, I think for the first time after talking to her, I can finally understand
Alright,
the
Butter,
people
could
on
you
the
roll
other
a
side.
percentile for me?
And by that I mean the people
Yes, I did say
who
it.
have a loved one
Yeah, like, give me high or low.
that was diagnosed with cancer or some sort of major health issue or something that was major life changing.
42. At least
So
you
all
were
I can
consistent.
say for
That's-
this
you know
is
what?
don't
So
wait
true.
until
Makes
it's
you
too late to
positive.
enjoy your life.
I love it. So,
In recent days, I have been listening to an audible called One Decision by Mike Bayer. Well, it's actually been
as the
probably a
sun
couple
is
weeks ago
peaking
that I
and
started.
kind of dawning onto
And
the
out
area,
of
like I
that,
said before,
I
it's-
made
it's like there's
one
screen
decision
door.
to be a
It's-
better version of myself.
It's still pretty dark. It's
Vlogging
odd.
has become a part of that, so I'm going to stick
Twilight
to
in a
it.
way. So,
Despite,
you're
you know,
getting
me
scanned, and as you're getting scanned,
not
the
feeling
wand
or
to the
wanting to
sides,
vlog,
in
I'm going to
particular,
stick
you'll
to
see
it.
clearer now. There seems to be one that's like
You
a
know, in this
door,
book, you talked
and
about
it seems to
how
have,
we
like,
face
part
many
of the crystal
obstacles
seems
in
to be
life,
going out in, like,
and that you need to change your
flames
obstacles
off of
into
the
opportunities.
wand, not actual flames, but just art.
When you're plagued with depression, anxiety, or some form of mental
And then
health,
you have the
you
other
don't
side,
always
which is
see
like
the
a
opportunities
crescent
in your
moon.
obstacles.
And it seems to
So
be the
this is
entire
where the
crystal,
people you
all
love
through and through.
and
You see
mental
the
health
peaks through
professionals
it,
come in.
and it's just kind of wrapped in
As
some
tough
kind
as
of
the energy, or excuse me,
way
as tough as the journey has been with multiple cancers and the loss of my dad, I am now
As
able
he's
to
kind
look
of
back
waving
and
over
see
you, and the
that
sun
my
kind of peeks around
cancers
and
and
kind of
not dying
hits the
from
area
my
and
surgery are
connects onto
opportunities.
the wand. It kind of like
For my
flickers a
cancers,
little
the
bit,
opportunity
and
was
also
a huge
the
wake-up
energy
call
seems to move
for
from
me
the
to
sun
live my life
and drip
in
down
the
into
moment and make each day count. Cherish those who
so
you
he kind of,
love
he's waving across you. He's like waves
and
across,
cherish
and
those who
the
love
light
you.
starts to flicker really
Let the
bright
people
for a
who love
second.
you love you
When
back.
he sees you and really, really bright,
Leave
he's
the
like,
past in
kind
the
of lights up.
past
He goes,
and live one day at a time.
kind of looks over to
And,
the guy to
you
his
know,
left.
if
He's
you've
like,
done something wrong,
he kind of turns. He goes,
apology goes a long
we
way,
got
so
one here.
I
And
think
that's,
if
he
you
waves to
have
someone,
done
you
something
like,
wrong
see,
and
like,
have an
4
apology to
guards.
somebody, I suggest
Now,
that
the
you do
guards
it.
you guys have seen,
It was also a
they're
reminder
your average
to
guards. They got some
worry,
leather on, maybe
to
a
not worry about
spear,
things that you can't
and sometimes
influence or
occasionally
change,
just nothing
and
at
not
all,
worry
but,
about
like,
the past or
on
the
side of
future.
them. It's like bundled up in
For my
a
dad's
bag.
passing, I was
Really not much
blessed
to go around here, but these guards in particular that are walking
that so
up to
many
you
things he
even
loved
have
and believed in resides in me.
splint mail,
He loved
plate
photography,
helmets, and they happen to
musicals,
have
and music
what seems
in
to be a
general.
very,
He was always donating money to charities he
not
believed
even
in,
or very nice,
and
well-put,
he liked to help others. He
like
encouraged
prints
me
of a
and
black
each of my
hand
siblings
on
to be
their- on
kind
their-
and to
their
donate
chest
when
plates.
you can and help
Some of them aren't
others.
even even, some of
All
them
of what
half
he
off, where
loved
you only get, like, half
and
a hand, but you
believed
get the sense where it's like a
in
hand on
resides
it.
in me, and that
And
is
it's kind
pretty
of
cool.
placed on, like, the
Although he is
side
not here in
or
person, he'll
around the
always live
edges
in
of
me
one of their
and all the
plates,
people who
so-
loved him.
and they kind of walk up to the
Alrighty,
gate,
so on to what I wanted to
your-
cover
your
for my vlog.
character, and they'll go,
For those
Ah,
who have
see.
been listening to my previous vlogs,
"You must be the
I
one they
mentioned
sent
that
for.
vlogging and gaming at the same time is really challenging for me, so in the
We'll take
background,
you to the keep,
today I have a
if he wants to
YouTube
see you
running,
and brief you on the Noel
and
house."
apologies, I should probably blow it up too, enlarge it.
Your
But anyways, it's a YouTube video on a friend of mine who was playing
Of
Dungeons and Dragons with a bunch of friends. So there's two individuals in this video, Gavin and Kelly, who I know
Nope.
for approximately 9 years, 8 to 9 years now. They're two friends that I've known since we met through gaming, and we're still friends till now, which is awesome. Both very incredible people. They've gone through challenges
Don't worry.
and,
We'll
you
get
know,
there.
different things in life as well, but I think we all do.
Um,
So from the time I was diagnosed with thyroid cancer and hairy cell leukemia variant, there was a 2.5 month gap where I waited and waited to see a cancer specialist. In the 2.5 months of waiting, I went absolutely insane and felt tortured.
So I will say
This
that
was
both,
the
like,
darkest
you can't really
moment
see their
of
face.
my
They're
life.
very, very
I wanted to
emotionless
give
when it
up.
comes to body movement, very still,
Being someone who is an
very,
extreme perfectionist,
at
logical and
attention,
critical thinker,
high and mighty kind of
detailed
feel about them.
oriented, meticulous, and
environments,
hard on myself,
clean.
having no answers
And
or
one of them,
information,
the guards I
I
was talking
struggled to
will turn and
process
kinda whisper
everything going
in his
on.
ear for a second.
I felt everything was
Pretty
spinning
scary.
out of control, but I couldn't do
Turns,
nothing.
looks at the guard beside him and goes,
Then my second sister came to visit
"You've
me.
come from the sign of Val'Kyree.
She stayed with me for about 2 months. I think if she
yes,
didn't
that is
come,
correct.
I
You're
might
the
have been
right
a
person we're
statistic,
looking for."
unfortunately.
Has Omer spoken to
I
you?
was still seeing my counselor at the
has.
time. He helped with me with some things, but not everything.
Marvelous. In that case, I would be honored to follow you, good
So
sir.
it's always
Perfect.
important to find a mental
We'll
health
meet you,
professional that
follow
works
the
for
man
you
right
and
here.
you are
And as
comfortable
you
with.
walk
If you're not
forward,
comfortable with them,
they
then
almost
I suggest that you
perfectly,
find one that
as
works.
you walk past kind of
So when my
square
sister
you
came,
into a
I
center.
began calling and harassing the
Nothing wrong with you
specialists
there.
after
And
not
it's
hearing them for
odd.
months
It's
on
not
months
like
on end. I did that for about
your
6
normal
weeks, then I
escort,
went
where
back
it's
to my
like,
family
you feel
doctor
safe.
only to
I feel
discover
good.
my
If anything
referral went
attacks
to the
me, I'd be
wrong
okay.
doctors.
You feel less safe. You
Huge
feel more
facepalm moment. I felt pretty
aggression
frustrated and defeated.
against you.
I
It
think
feels
my
like
family
more
doctor noticed and assured me
unsafe
he
to
will
be
fix
here.
the issue and get me in touch
Mhm.
or
And I
book
started to walk
appointments
you
with a
to
specialist as soon as possible.
going to
Another 2 weeks
go
went
over
by,
to
and I finally
back to
was
the
in to see the
brag.
oncologist regarding
So
the
as
thyroid
you were telling
cancer.
these people to just really
This
go
was the
inside
beginning
gates,
of December.
you're
The
getting close to the gates
oncologist
now,
was
and
amazing,
people are
extremely
unhappy.
positive, funny, and
They
he
have
was very
gone to
thorough with
the
explaining
other
what was
sides,
going on,
and,
and was
like
able
in
to
normal
answer
city,
all
they'd
the
be like,
questions I
"Just
had,
go
and he
back,
made me feel
you're not going
comfortable.
out the gate or whatever."
My surgery was booked for
Those
December
same
1st,
guards I
but my
described
sister
to
got sick, and I ended up
character
catching it. I believe it was the
seem,
flu. I was annoyed and
flaring,
frustrated.
like,
After
individually,
all that
like,
waiting,
each
I
one of
had
them
to
on, like, a
wait
good mile
again.
stretch that are walking to these guys.
My
Each
surgery
one
was
that tries to the city
rescheduled
has been
to July
handcuffed and
17th,
is being
2020.
thrown into what
I
seems
was
to be
also
like a
in
really
to see the
nasty
hematologist during this
wagon,
time
and they're
regarding
dragged
the hairy
into
cell
the city.
leukemia. Lots of tests and ultrasounds were done prior to my appointment with him. He told me a little bit about hairy cell leukemia, and noted that my spleen was enlarged, as quite often the lymphocytes are pooled in there.
Yes.
He told me that hairy cell leukemia is a rare and slower growing cancer and was treatable at the time, and the treatment is effective by about 90%. It's a type of cancer in which
Gotcha, perfect.
the bone marrow makes too much lymphocytes, a white blood cell, which, it does affect the red blood cells, white blood cells, and the platelets. In other words,
All right, well,
it
you've
is a
taken in your
cancer of the
entire
bone and the bone
is
marrow.
an odd one, to say the
This
least.
is a rare type of leukemia, and it'll either get worse slowly or it does not get worse at all. So my sister went home in the middle of December to spend
You have,
time
like, a few seconds. You'll be done.
spend time with her family for Christmas, and I spent Christmas and New Year's in bed trying to nurse myself back to
So
health
you'll be about
from the
15
flu
people
and
away
get
from
myself
the
ready
front.
for the surgery.
Kata, you'll be
My
give or take about
brother
20 to
arrived
25
about a
people
week
different.
before my
But it seems a
surgery,
little longer 'cause there's a lot
and
of caravans that just didn't want to go up there.
I have to say, I have the best
And you'll also
brother
see
in the
that
entire
what's
world.
going on. They're being
During his stay, he made me a lot of homemade food. He froze them, prepackaged them, and stuffed my freezer completely full of prepackaged
You
food.
don't know where they're going.
And,
So you both kind of
that food is for
move up
me
very
was,
quickly.
while I was
It'll be
recovering, I
yes.
wouldn't be able to
You'll
cook,
see
and I could just reheat this
the
food
one
and just eat that.
you walk
Anyways,
up,
my surgery
there.
took place on January 17th,
go.
2020,
say your business.
where they would do a total thyroidectomy. My surgery was booked at 7 a.m., and it took approximately 4.5 hours. When I finally woke up, I was in a lot of pain, and man, my throat was killing me. I couldn't talk or swallow. It was so bad that I actually choked on water, like I couldn't drink. I was choking. My
Okay.
oncologist came to see me and said they would keep me overnight
Kinda
at the
waves
hospital.
stick.
Not only did they do a total thyroidectomy,
Stick kind of blows for a second.
10 lymph
Then it
nodes
closes-
were also
closes back for
removed.
us. you know, before,
While I was there, I noticed some numbness on my upper lip.
like Kelly's incident,
I didn't think
very
anything
strong
of it
on
at the
hinge.
time. I
This
thought
one's
I
kind of
was bruised or
faint,
something
glowing
from the
across the
surgery
board,
with
kind of
tubes in my
thin.
throat and mouth and etc.
He goes,
But I
"Alright,
did tell the nurse,
go in."
and she said she would give me some calcium. I was too out of it to understand what was going
Kinda,
on.
like, rolls his eyes,
The
looks
next
over at
day,
the
I
guy,
woke
kinda
up,
whispers
and the
to
numbness
him, and
continued.
the other
Again,
guy
I
kinda
told the
looks at
nurse.
you oddly.
Later, a
Kind
couple
of like,
hours after, my brother came to check up on me, and in hopes of possibly taking me home and letting me rest at home, and so he can take care of me. While we were at the hospital before being discharged, my brother took me around the hospital for a really slow walk. I was too
So, as you're
lightheaded,
walking
and I
away,
think it had to do with the
you
oxygen
would
levels
think
that they were
someone
giving me
that's trying
throughout the
to trail
night.
you is
So
generally
around
speaking,
mid-afternoon,
pretty
I
quiet.
was discharged and
person
given
has tripped over
prescriptions to go
themselves
pick up
at
medication I
least
needed
4
to
times.
take. One
they're
was
just the
was
loudest
Synthroid
goddamn
for
person.
hormone therapy,
I
and the
mean,
other
are-
was opioid
Looking
painkillers,
away,
so
they are
very heavy-duty
clearly
stuff.
following you. There's
When
no
I got
denying
home
that.
that Saturday,
But
my
you're
numbness on
being-
my lip spread across my entire upper lip, and the tingling started.
Alright, I'm gonna move over to
Not knowing what was going on, my brother tried to get me to
a toss.
move around
So
and
you
get some
got
rest.
to the
I
front
couldn't
line.
drink water
Big
without
guy's getting
choking,
scanned. He's
so
like,
eating was a huge
"Weird way
problem
to
for
get in
me.
the city, man. It's really
As the
weird."
day progressed, the numbness moved to
And
my
weighs
lower
down.
lip,
Goes,
face,
"Alright, go
and
in.
then the tingling intensified.
Hello to you. State your
My brother had to
business."
leave on Sunday because of work, and Matt kept me company on Discord. I couldn't talk, so he did a lot of the talking,
Okay. Kinda
and
just waves you down.
I had typed to him. It's probably later on in the evening. I had typed to him saying that I think something is wrong. At that point, there was severe tingling on my lips, face, fingers, and feet.
So,
I was starting to have
energy is
muscle
moving
spasms in my
over.
throat, which made it
like I
really
said before,
difficult
it
to
kinda
breathe.
just shifted over to the
So this
moon.
is when Mac
But
told
he
me
likes
to
his-
call
his
HealthLink right
stick
away.
of you, and the moon side seems to be
I
almost
struggled to
glowing.
talk when I was talking to
Doesn't
HealthLink,
kinda glow at all. But it kinda looks you down and
but I
goes,
managed to get some
"Where you
words
coming
out
from?"
so they understood what was going on, and they looked at my history and so forth.
I've been traveling all
So they sent an ambulance and they took me to the hospital. I was admitted to emergency, and there I was for 4 hours. They had me hooked up to all sorts of equipment and an echocardiogram.
Go in.
The ER doctor came to see me and told me the situation. My calcium levels were dangerously low, and my heart was having irregular heartbeats. She then told me that I would be readmitted back into the hospital and given a calcium drip throughout the night and into the morning. She explained that having low calcium levels for too long will cause the heart to stop beating. I learned that day that without calcium, it affects your muscles, and your heart is the largest muscle in your body. Who knew? But learned something new that day. Had it not been for Mac, I would have gone to bed and probably wouldn't have woken back up the next day. I owe Mac my life. Thank you once again, Mac. You're an amazing person, and you are awesome friend of mine. And I hope that our friendship will go on for a very, very long time. So, after I was admitted, I was in the hospital for another 5 days. Matt came to visit me a
But it
few
does seem like
times
he's
and
in
took me
guard
home
here,
when I was
so-
discharged. On Monday morning, after being admitted the night before, my oncologist came to see me and said they made a mistake. He was off that day when I was discharged. He said I shouldn't have been discharged. And if I had gotten discharged, they should have prescribed calcium and Caltrol to me, which they did not, and even a diuretic as well, because with the opioid painkillers, quite often you get constipated. So anyways, my blood test at the hospitals before I was discharged was extremely low already, so he said that I shouldn't have been discharged, and that was a mistake on the hospital's behalf. He also explained that my vocal cords and parathyroids were injured during surgery. I am seriously traumatized from my first surgery and how the hospital screwed up big time.
He looks at the person and goes,
And it's, on top of this, the same year 2020 is the same year that March was when COVID kicked in, so not only did I have to deal with cancer, but COVID also popped up. But
he seems like he
in
just
a
knows
way,
work
I think
pretty well,
COVID was a
very
blessing
nervous,
to me. I was off work for
and it almost
a
seems
good
like
6
he's giving
months,
insight
and
to
then after that I worked from home for a couple of years, so that really gave me a lot of time to recover and stay away from germy people, so that was good, because, with cancer, you are severely immunocompromised. So as I wrap this up for this vlog, there are some key things I want to reiterate.
Give me just a second, sorry.
Life is precious, so are the people in your life. Secondly, live life to the fullest, one day at a time. Third, live life. Or, excuse me, I just said that. Third one is regret nothing. Don't worry about the past and the future. Just focus on one day at a time. Number four, it's okay to not be okay. So it's okay, we're human, right? We're not perfect. Number five, make that one decision to change your life. I can't express enough that positivity does amazing things for your life, and when you're able to see your obstacles and see opportunities through them, then I think it's really life changing for you. Thank you once again for tuning in and listening, and once again, I appreciate you. Thanks again. I'll talk to you soon. And my fourth vlog will be probably next week on Saturday. Take care. Bye bye.